Hello Libra, Sun, Moon, and Ascending. Gosh, it's been quite hard for me to get these videos out, but I'm glad to be here. I won't go into the drama. It's not drama, but just lots going on. And so let's quickly talk about some of the astrology. We did have that full moon in Capricorn, which would have revealed structural changes or needs that reshifting or knowledge on where to reshift in order to structure your financial world or your money world or your work world or career, 10th house stuff. And we have the Sun in Cancer, so things are going to be very creative, home, structural, emotional. And now we've got some eclipses coming up. We got a lot of eclipses. We got an eclipse next week. So instead of focusing too much on the Cap full moon, let's see just in general what the cards are going to show up. You know what the cards are going to show for Libra, and I do think this eclipse might be in their Libra's relationship sector. But let's have a look and see what the cards want to say about this. So let's have a look. Travel. And let's see, this is in the divine section of my read. That's the Ten of Swords. And let's have a look. We've got the Page of Wands. I've got a card slipping through here. Alright, oops. Let me run. I only get 15 minutes because I haven't figured out how to, what do they call it? Something on my video, I forget. Confirm it or something. Anyway, I keep trying and it doesn't seem to work, but I don't mind keeping it under 15 minutes. It kind of keeps me focused. Otherwise, I might just drag on. No, I'm kidding, but anyway, okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look here. Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles, and now the Nine of Pentacles. It's tricky. Looks like relationship stuff here. Six of Pentacles is coming out, and the Seven of Swords. Seven of Cups. So let's line all this up here. What have we got? We have got some real I love this card showing up in these reads right now. It's really great news. All right, so Libra. Now, I know a lot of Libra that are already in relationships. So if you are, I'm going to say that if you're in a stable relationship and it's, pretty solid, then I'm going to say you're going to progress in union towards financially more productive projects that are going to sort of bring you into a more, shall we say, put you together more. Instead of financial opportunities that distract you from each other, I think there's some financial progressions occurring in your lives that's going to put you more into union. And there's sort of a co-hope, enthusiasm going to be in that. Now, in other words, a renewed enthusiasm and hope is going to be restored in the relationship because of that. Now, I just want to quickly say I'm sorry about my dirty nails. I paint, and right now, Cancer, Sun in Cancer, my solar return to my ascendant, and so I'm very inspired to do art. I got to jump on it because this is when the astrology supports it. Anyway, let's have a look. So, if you are single, Libra, Libra ascending and Sun or Moon, lesser degree, I think, Moon. But if you're single, you're going to be in a relationship. That's what's going to shift for you. You're about to be in your divine. I'm going to say, if you're watching this, you're probably going to be in a divine partnership. Things are going to very much progress in a very strong, material, clear way. The heart from the heart. It looks like this is an aligned, heart-aligned situation for Libra, a heart-aligned truth and knowledge that this relationship is still attractive. It's an abundant, divinely fated, supported relationship. Now we get leaving, troubled issues. Everything's moving towards union. Now in the divine section of the read, I get the Ten of Swords, which to me always represents a shifting in mentality, because the swords represent thinking, the air. It's the Libra, it's the Libra is swords. It's also Gemini and Aquarian. So it's a very mental energy. So what are we looking at in this picture? Well, we see darkness, and we see 10 swords, and we see a dead person there. So what I see that is a death of the thinking that creates darkness in our lives, so that a new light may come shine through. And when that light shines through, it enables some sort of a, almost, I'm seeing all the squiggly, if you look at the caduceus in the Two of Cups there, which is supported by the divine energies of the sort of the holy energies of the higher realms that are coming in, going and causing union here. So if you are single, I would think very much that you're about to be in your divinely, universally supported, fated relationship, because there's going to be a shift in mentality, a negative thinking that's going to end, or a fear mentality that the Librans. And even if you are in union, in a divinely fated relationship, I think there's a negative shifting in your thinking that's going to put you closer in your relationship. I mean, there's no reason why in relationships one isn't developing and becoming closer and closer. There's always a journey in relationships. But there's a creative, there's a harmonious sort of heart connection happening that the Librans, I think, turned away from the relationship for a while and turned away into more creative pursuits, while they cleared some sort of negative perception that turned them away from their relationships. And I think that's what's shifting for Libra. And I think that the Librans turn towards, Libra have a tendency to divide themselves from their own truth for the sake of the balanced whole. And they can divide themselves from their inner knowledge, and they're more of their heart's truth that way, in order to keep a balanced experience for everybody. And so what happens, I think, is Libras turn away when that happens from relationships, because they lose their ability to be present in a relationship if they've lost their own, what's going on inside of them, if they've lost touch of where they are inside. And so the Librans turn away from the relationship in order to sort of realign knowledge of the creative. They turn away. It may be in creative pursuits, but it aligns them more with their heart. And so in this read, it sort of looks like the Libras may have done that, and by doing that, sort of created more of a sort of an awareness from their relationship, and looked at other superficial objects or other superficial options as sort of attractiveness, but only to sort of divide themselves, because there wasn't a sort of a knowledge of the heart, because it's sort of a negative thinking that turns them away from a relationship in order to seek it. By not showing up totally authentically and honestly in your relationships, it's going to cause a division. It's going to cause you to turn away because you can't be honest in it, and you think you can't be honest in order to keep the peace. Well, that's what's shifting for the Libra. Libra are realizing that shifting, they're realizing something that's going to bring things forward on the level of relationships to another level, because it's a thinking that they need to turn away to other options is what's killing. It's what's dead. In other words, there's a negative perception about the reasons to sort of turn away and look at other options is dead, enabling the Librans to be much more reciprocal in the divinely fated relationship, and more confident and bold with the Knight of Pentacles. This is in the heart space of my read, taking confident, bold step forward, enabling abundancy, frequency level relationship, your higher resonant frequency relationship, because the Libras are now really more open-hearted, walking openly into their relationships. They're divinely, it's going to attract, killing this negative thinking that causes the Librans to turn away is going to shift them into a more confidence about being in their heart space in a relationship, if that makes any sense. I always have to go around in circles. So it's like, I'm going to say it's a relationship upgrade for Libras here. Energetically, because of a shift in thinking that's going to raise your frequency. And it's this thinking that causes you to create separation in your relationships and causes you to sort of stay on a less intimate place because the Librans are trying to create balance rather than be honest, if that helps. All right, so the Romance Angels Oracle card, Doreen Virtue. Let's see what card comes out for Libra 2018 in the, what month are we? We are in July, Cancer season. All right, let's have a look, Libra. What card will come out for you? Playfulness. All right, nice. So I have a feeling that what the cards are saying is that there's a lightening up of the sort of energies. There's more of an optimism occurring by this mental shifting is bringing more of a higher frequency optimism and playfulness into the life of the Libra. And I'm going to also ask angel answer cards, and I like to ask this deck if there's anything else, and I invite the higher frequency energies to come in and tell us if there's any other card that you can, or what card that can we pull now that will gain us additional clarity to this read, please. And all right, let's have a look and see. Choose a new direction. So I'm going to say that that's going to be a clear card because it's sort of saying that this, because here we have, see, and then I get the situation will improve. So we have the Libra going this way, kind of turning away from relationships from a source of negativity. When there's negativity in a relationship, to turn away, or tendency to turn away, rather than lighten the situation up, improve the situation, choose a new direction, turn into the relationship. Don't try to balance the relationship. Try to show up from the heart space and progress the situation. And this is a shifting in your relationships. This is going to be a big shift in your relationship that's going to also raise your energetic frequency in your finances. That's going to create a lot more optimism in your life, in your future, because your future is going to be sort of cleared of a layer of negative thinking. And I think it's going to open up options for you. And you're going to find yourself able to be much more reciprocal in relationships. You're going to be able to be more giving, and you're going to turn more into your relationships rather than when there's a challenge turning away. You're going to realize that you've got a negative perception going on that does that, and that creates a barrier in your relationships. That's going to increase your financial thing, because your financial abundance attraction rate, because you've made an emotional upgrade in your relationships in a divine higher frequency level energetic, and that's going to attract. That's what the Nine of Pentacles represents, is effortless abundance. So thank you, Libra, for watching. Thank you for following and liking and commenting. If you do, I love comments. I hope you ride through these eclipse seasons smoothly. That's the secret to eclipse seasons, is to let go of attachments and be open to whatever the universe is wherever the universe is trying to send you, because that's what eclipse season is for our fate. So stay optimistic. It's going to shift us to our true fate. So our job is to stay optimistic through it, shifting out of negative perception, thinking. Any perceptions that are negative, that are blocking, are going to be shifted. We're going to have changing in our mentalities a lot. All my reads are showing that, most of them. So thank you very much. Okay, good luck.